The Create React App project can help you have a local development environment for React using a single command, and you'll be done in a few minutes. You don't need to learn any new APIs or maintain any new configurations. This is both good and bad. It's great to get an env up and running in minutes, but by not going through all the needed steps, you're also not learning what elements are in play. This is why we'll also create a React development environment without using Create React App in the next video. Now, to have a local development environment, you need Node. Create React App is just an NPM package, and NPM is Node Package Manager. So the first step is to have a node running on your system. You can install Node in many ways. On Windows, there's an installer you can download, and on Mac, I like to use Homebrew for this. If you don't have Node, or if you have an old version of it, pause here and go grab the latest and install it. Once Node is available in your system, you should be able to run the command npm-v and see a version like this. Along with npm, you should also have the npx command. So from this point, you have two options. You can either npm install with a -g flag the create react app package, and then when this command is done, you run the create react app command and give it an application name. This name can be anything. I'm going to use CRA test in here. This is the first option. This will download the create react app and store it in your system, and then run the create react app command to create a React application. However, the better way to do this is to use the npx command instead, and you do that with npx create react app and just supply the name of your application right here. So I'm going to let this run and tell you what this npx command is doing. Instead of keeping a copy of the Create React App package locally and manually maintaining it when it gets new releases, for example, with npx, you don't really do that. You just use whatever is the recent release of Create React App directly from the npm registry. The X in npx is for execute. So we are executing an npm package here, and we don't have that package, so npx will download that package and cache it, but it will also download a new one if needed the next time you run this same command. So at this point, Create React App took over, and Create React App is installing its own dependency, namely React, React DOM, and React scripts, as you can see here. The Create React App command will create a directory under your current working directory using the same app name that you've put as an argument. You can see here some of the commands that you can run under this directory. For example, we run npm start to start a web server on your files and open up a browser on that web server's host and port. And there you go. You now have a fully configured local React development environment, and it's a good one. It is loaded with great features that will save you a lot of time. Explore the generated files. Let's open up an editor on this directory. You'll see a source directory in here. This is where the React components are to be hosted. The example app that got rendered in the browser is all here, starting with the index.js file. This is the main renderer, and it renders a top-level app component here. One important difference between what we used in the playground and here in a local environment is that nothing is defined globally for you. If you need to use React DOM in your file, you need to import React DOM from React DOM just like that. If you're using JSX in your code, you need to import React because JSX compiles into React API calls. This Create React App is also configured for you to import CSS file, which is yet another way to work with CSS in React. This is all possible thanks to the Webpack tool, which I'm going to tell you about in just a little bit. Now, with the defaults in Create React App, you don't need to worry about how to compile JSX. This is all abstracted internally in the Create React App package. However, you can eject this application from that internal abstraction using the npm run eject command, and this action is permanent. This command will copy all the configurations and scripts used by this tool locally to your project, and you can modify them as you wish. This is great. Let's take a moment to explore all these configurations. They're mainly under the config directory and under the scripts directory in here. So if you take a look at these configurations, you'll see here what I was talking about in the introduction. This stuff is challenging. There is a lot to learn here, but it's also a bit extreme because the Create React App package has many more tools than what is absolutely necessary. These tools are great, but optional. So let me show you how to configure your own bare bones local environment and explain what elements need to be in play.